Hey, everybody. Well, look who I have with me today from General Hospital, Laura Wright and Josh Swickard. So good to see you both.
Next super couple.
Here we go. We're
I'm
spilling the
kidding.
tea here.
That's right.
If you play it in your scenes, it just may happen, right?
That's
There we
right.
go.
Hey, look, everything. It's a soap opera.
Soap opera. 60th anniversary milestone of General Hospital is right here, right now. What an amazing, you're part of this amazing journey with the show. I want to talk about a couple things. It kicks off today with the Sonya Eddy tribute episode, followed by the Nurses Ball.
Yes.
Next week. And I wanted to first ask you both, we're honoring Sonia today, who played Epiphany. Will we see you in the episode, or were you part of the taping of that day?
You will see me. I was a part of the episode and a part of the taping.
I wasn't, but yeah, I was around that day doing other things.
Yeah.
And how was it being on the set for that? I heard it was just very realistic and raw for you guys, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was very real. It was very beautiful. Well done. Lots of flashbacks.
All these years, I could say to myself, Epiphany Johnson, you would have been a great doctor, especially compared to some of these arrogant yahoos. It was something for me to dream about, comfort myself with.
Epiphany, how is that gonna change?
If I bomb these MCATs, the dream is over.
Sonia's friend will be playing a part, and she's incredible.
Is that Nicole Brown? Right?
Yes, Nicole, and just lovely. And it was very real, and it was really beautiful to honor the Sonia while honoring Epiphany for the fans. It was just beautiful, very beautiful,
And
the performances are incredible.
That's what I hear. And
Yeah.
I know we're mourning the loss of Nneka Garland today, which has just been absolutely heartbreaking for all of us who work with JH in front of the camera, behind the scenes. Nneka was one of the greatest producers and cheerleaders of General Hospital. We all learned of her passing yesterday, and we're all trying to deal with it.
It just doesn't seem real.
Yeah. Can you say anything about Nneka and what she brought to the show and you guys?
Well, she was the heart of the show. I mean, we were talking, it just doesn't seem real. We're all still processing. It was very sudden. And she was a bright light, a shining star, a smile that lit up the room. I mean, I am in shock that I won't be talking to her truly on a daily basis, almost, for some of us.
She had a really interesting job that's not many people can do. There's so many moving parts, and she always handled it with such grace and eloquence. And
The heart of General Hospital, truly.
yeah, it's one of those things that mentally, I, at least for this morning, kind of put it on a shelf, because I was like, I can't even think about it. So yeah, we're still reeling. And GH, to the credit of Frank and a lot of people that he's on the shoulders of, has built a family at General Hospital. And so it genuinely does feel a little bit like getting news about family.
I know, and I just wanted to say, I worked so closely with Nneka over the years. When daytime Emmy time would come, we worked on segments together, and Nurses Ball, and it'd always be the Emmys and Nurses Ball happen at the same time.
Yes.
It was overworked and stressed, and I would talk to her almost every day. So she was so wonderful with me to make everything happen, and we bonded so well over the years because of it. So
I just have to say that hearing, everyone has that story, which is so incredible.
Mhm.
Everyone is in shock. Everyone is devastated. Everyone feels like they've lost their Nneka, from you to the cast, to the producers that work, and everyone felt that special to her. And that's how incredible Nneka was, So
Yes.
thank you for saying that.
I just
and
wanted to
asking
mention
us.
that. I just didn't feel it was right to not, know. But Josh, to you, we're all looking forward to seeing what number you're going to do at the Nurses Ball.
Who, him?
He's okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a hand in choosing the number? Did Frank say, you're going to sing this? And
Frank tells me, Frank tells me, he says, this is what's going to happen. And I say, yes, Frank. And no, he picked, but he's actually a secret what would you call it? Not like a foodie, but like a songy. He's like
Oh,
a secret.
yeah,
Oh,
He
he's a
knows every
music buff.
song.
He knows every song.
He
Like,
Yeah,
does.
he is
a music buff.
He's one of the guys that I would love to steal his Spotify or Apple
Yeah.
Music playlist because
For
Exactly.
sure.
he's got taste. So like, yeah,
I mean, I think before
anything he
Dates
says,
he worked in the music business. So I mean, years
Oh.
ago. So for sure, like
Yeah.
it's his thing.
it's a really cool song. If I were to sing, who
Yeah,
knows?
if you were to sing,
But
I'm sure it
if
would be
we
great.
were to
Yeah.
sing, and will you dance as well, perhaps?
But there are some great dancers that
Yeah.
we can't say anything that I couldn't pull off that they crush and they
Right.
fill that void and then some.
Will it potentially bring Brooklyn and Chase back together?
I
I wanted to. I don't get it. I think Chase is being a stinker.
He's doing
think
a little bit of stink pot.
Like, forgive and forget, baby.
he's good at some things.
He could never be
Relationships.
He's a
Probably
little
her
stink. Yeah,
badness.
he's not good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to see it. We'll see where the writers take it, but I think it would be fun for Chase and Brooklyn to rekindle. I think they've got a lot of history and a lot there.
Brooklyn needs to go like hanging out with someone else and get Chase all jelly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the
Get
jealousy.
them all riled up.
Well, Carly knows about how to do all that. Carly's-
Brooklyn should come
Brooklyn,
hang
she
out with
should take a
Carly
page
for a
out of your
while.
And Laura, it's been such an interesting trajectory of Harley over the years you've been with the show.
Yes, long
You're
time.
one of the leading ladies of the show. Your performances, I think are amazing. I'm always
Thank you.
awe, because I know how hard it is to do it day after day after day after day. And when they see you cry, they're like, "Oh, we'll load her up. Keep crying."
Yeah, she does that well. Let's let's give her more.
So do you see her relationship with Drew being something that will last, or do you think there's trouble ahead?
That's a good question.
Is there ever not trouble ahead on?
And that trouble looks different every time. Could it be a Nina trouble? Could it be Sunny trouble? Could it be a SEC trouble? Could it be that Carly is never good at having something good, that inevitably she messes it up because it's not in her wheelhouse really? Or has she finally learned that it feels good to feel good and be happy? So I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. And I'm having a great time working with Cameron. I look forward to what's ahead. I do know some things that are coming down the line that are very, I don't think it pulls them apart. I think it puts them together even stronger. But you know me, I'm ready for any time a rug gets pulled out. So, I only like being happy for 5 minutes. Then I want the rug pulled out,
Right. In an anniversary question, what can you tell me about, Josh, do you remember your audition for GH? What happened?
Everyone
Did he
remembers
even
that.
work with
No, I was filming my first feature film up in Northern California, and I took a red eye in and probably got 30 minutes of sleep in the airport on the floor with a pillow. And I showed up and absolutely just botched my audition to the point.
Was that the screen test, or was that the first audition?
It was a screen test.
Okay.
And
Literally,
it was
you did
with,
not.
well, no, I give credit to whatever Frank saw, because it was with Finola and Steve Burton. And I don't even think I got through a take. I think they had to splice it together in the edit. And I literally watched the set. I'm like, I apologize for wasting your time, guys. And
That's probably what did it.
yeah,
Sorry.
The ass kissing
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly. But no, I was terrified. And I remember both times I went up and Frank's like, "You're not ready. Go back down. I'll put you up last." And both Steve and Finola came up to me in the dressing room and they were like, "We'll work with you for like 10 minutes." And they didn't need to do that. They didn't. It was so kind. And I actually don't believe I booked that role. And then
That wasn't for Chase, right? It was a
right.
different.
Yeah. And then
I know. It was the same role that Wes auditioned
I think it's
for.
yeah.
But I think they knew they were casting 2 people out of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
think
never
they
actually
did.
knew the whole story behind it, but I 3-4 months went by and then they
It's a good
called.
way to get a couple roles filled with one audition.
Oh,
There's a lot.
yeah,
There's a lot of guys that auditioned for that part.
And then they called me 3 months later and they're like, "Do you want to be a cop?" I was like, oh, please, yes.
Please, can I be a singing?
Perfect.
You say, but
Yeah.
can
Do
I
you
be a
want, they said, do
Yeah.
you want? And I
Remember
signed
Cop
yeah.
Rocks, that show? There you are. That was a
Laura,
winner.
Laura, you came over to the show. You didn't audition for Carly. You got Carly, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
sent a reel to that when I was on Guiding Light, they asked you know, if I could, and my contract was up on Guiding Light, and so they asked if I could send a reel, and I was like, oh, I don't have a reel. So I had to make a reel. I just threw together some things and sent it to Brian Franz and Jill and yeah, Jill Phelps at the time. That was in 2005. Yeah. And Bob Guza, head writer. Yeah.
and then you came over and Maurice wasn't nice the first time.
Well, he wasn't not nice. He just wasn't.
He's just
he
Maurice the
was
first
just like,
time.
I don't feel well. I'm like, can we talk and chit chat? So I get to know you. He's like, I don't feel well. He wasn't mean. He just was not open. And then he later told me after we did a couple scenes together, he was like, oh, I guess he then approved. Later he was like, oh, so I really wasn't sick. I just didn't want to lie to you and tell you, you know, he was like, he's like, I didn't want to talk about you. Like, he didn't really want me to have the part at the time. He wasn't sure about me. But now we laugh about it because he was just so funny. Like, and I was just not going to let him, I wasn't going to let him get away. I was like, hi. And I just kind of followed him around and, you know, bugged him until he liked me.
Josh, when you came to the show and you were there at the studio, who showed you around and said, this is the dressing room, this is this room? Who did anyone take you under their wing?
Man, I think that would be Haley Aaron, who played
Oh,
Kiki.
yeah, Kiki.
I was there for I don't know which episode, 14,000 maybe. It was like my first day and it was one of the milestones. And she kind of walked me around on,
She was great at that.
yeah, and it's still like where we shoot, there's hallways and a couple different staircases, and your first month it's
I know
hard.
people who have been there for 4 years and don't know how to get up and down the back studio, the back stairs. They're like,
Right.
where are you going to go to your dressing room? I'm like, what? You've been here like 5 years. You don't know that there's staircases back here?
It's true.
Yeah.
And so I was grateful for that. And there were a couple of people, everyone was very nice, especially the veterans on the show that have been doing it a long time are very, and it's a hard show to break into when everyone's so comfortable with each other. And you walk into hair and makeup and there's 15 people all, you know, being chatty with each other. It's a, you know, hard thing. And so people,
But once you're in, you're in.
but yeah, once you're nice, people got to make sure you're nice.
Yeah.
And then you're
Well,
good.
they're wrapping me, but real quickly before I go, what has it meant to you to be part of this show, this iconic show, 60 years on the air, which is the most restricted show and the longest running soap right now? And what can you both quickly tell me it means to be part of it?
I'm beyond honored. I find it exciting. I find it to be a part of history is incredible. To be a part of a history on a show that I first fell in love with daytime through watching Luke and Laura, and to play Luke Spencer's niece and Bobby Spencer's daughter, it blows my mind.
Yeah, same. Grateful, honored, and happy to be here. Hope it continues.
Another
and
60, baby.
Yeah. Yeah,
God.
but we wake up and I think the majority of us kind of pinch ourselves every day that we get to do this and play around.
Well, Josh and Laura, thank you so much for spending a few minutes today. Everybody watch General Hospital's 60th anniversary episodes. It kicks off today with the Sonya Eddy tribute episode and then into the nurses ball. And we're going to celebrate 60 all month in April too.
That's right.
All right. Bye guys.
Nice seeing you,
My
Michael.
pleasure.
I
Bye.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.